All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me again today. You're here with Luke's MTG, and we're going to be playing some ranked draft, Guilds of Ravnica. This is a really fun format, so join me today while I try to force Boros like I do for every single one of these Guilds of Ravnica drafts. All right, so what do we have here? Erratic Cyclops. Yeah, this can be a pretty decent card. Sometimes if you have a big spell, you can just deal quite a bit of damage. If you have several, even combat tricks as well, like Sure Strike. Sure Strike will make this thing a 5/8 trample first strike. I like it quite a bit. Hand Surveillance is not great. Glowspore Shaman is pretty fine, although I don't like throwing cards away. Nothing else really stands out to me here, so I'll take the Erratic Cyclops because it can represent quite a bit of damage in something like an Izzet deck. Okay. You know what? Disinformation Campaign is a pretty serious bomb. You just get to draw cards and mess your opponent up. Although there is True Fire Captain, which is a pretty good aggro card here, but I think Disinformation Campaign is a little too good not to pass up. Oh, then we have Deafening Clarion again. So are we going to end up playing some kind of control deck? I mean, Deafening Clarion is a cheap sweeper, so I think I'll end up taking that. So I kind of regret not taking the True Fire Captain. However, there's another one right there. So let's snag that up. What else do we have here? Let's see, Devious Cover-Up seems pretty fine. Nothing else I'm really that excited about here. What do we think here? If we think we're going to end up in a Boros deck, we'll probably go for the Maniacal Rage. Let's go with that. Let's see. Fearless Halberdier seems fine. Take Heart's okay. Not wild about Unexplained Disappearance. I do like the Fresh Face Recruit. It's just a pretty decent attacker. And I think I'll take that. Not great here. We'll go ahead and take the Sworn Companions. Hoping to find some better Boros cards here. Could end up as an Izzet deck, perhaps. I doubt it, however. So we could be an Izzet deck splashing blue, or perhaps, an Izzet deck splashing white for some of these, but we're more likely to be Boros at this point. You know what, let's take the Pack Beast. Just a good curve topper. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of these. This was our first pack. I'll take the Boros Guildgate for some mana fixing. We might want to pivot into a green deck here, and if that's the case, do I want the Wood Shaper? We already have some white cards. Let's take the Wood Shaper. None of this is all that exciting, so I'll take another Wood Shaper. Maybe we'll play the Mephitic Vapors. It's possible we could end up some kind of black-based control deck. We never know. But given that we have a couple different colors we're messing around with, and this Samala Wood Shaper to potentially end up in a green deck, let's grab the Circuitous Route. I just like that card anyway. We have Fearless Halberdier. Unmoored Ego is terrible. Please don't play that. Let's see, what else do we have here? City Watch Sphinx. Yeah. When it dies, Surveil 2. So 5/4 flyer for 6 seems fine. Surveil's really good, especially when we have Disinformation Campaign. So is there a way to organize by color? There is not. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards, and we have 2 black cards. We have 1 blue card. I really like Direct Current. However, City Watch Sphinx is kind of a bomb, but we're more likely to end up in a red-based deck here, so for that reason I'm going to take the Direct Current. Oh boy. Let's see, we could take the Blade Instructor as a white card. It's possible I'm getting a little blinded by... yeah, like this is just a good removal spell. We should have gone with the blue black route, although we are missing quite a few cards. And we've got another direct current. Another direct current, man. So invert, a good way to kill things with 0 power. I'm probably not going to play that here. We do have a bunch of direct currents already. So I think I'm going to take the Wojek Bodyguard. Yeah, another Artful Takedown would have been really good. We could have had a pretty decent blue-black control deck here. Rebel Belt Boar seems pretty good. It's a good way to push creatures through, deal some additional damage. Let's take a look at our curve, however. I'd rather have the creature, so I'm going to take the Blade Instructor. Yeah, Demotion seems pretty good if you want to attack through. However, we don't really have a lot of cheap creatures, so I'm going to take the Fresh Face Recruit. Yeah, Capture Sphere would be really good here. Beam Splitter Mage could be pretty decent. You know what? Let's see. I'm going to take the Capture Sphere here. We may end up splashing blue. Sure Strike is a great card. Let's see, Cosmotronic Wave is also pretty good for us. Good way to finish things off. I'm going to take the Torch Courier, Fire Urchin as well. We just need some creatures. Maximize Velocity. Seems like a good way to get through. Or at least get our guys going. Although Maniacal Rage could also help some of our kind of small creatures. Let's go with the Cosmotronic Wave, get another Torch Courier, pick up the Wand of Vertebrate. Okay, so Swiftblade Vindicator. That seems like a good reason to be red-white. Good cheap card. Great to mentor on. We've already got another, well, 2 Maniacal Rages. Do we want another Blade Instructor if we already have 2? Probably not. So what else do we want? 2/4 Convoke. Excuse me. We do have a lot of instants and sorceries, and Piston Fist Cyclops can be a decent blocker, so I think I'm going to take that. Ooh, Conclave Tribunal. That's a good removal spell. Let's go ahead and take that. Okay. Yeah, I like the Legion Guild Mage. It's just a great card. Wow. We've also got the Boros Challenger. So we're just kind of picking up some good cards here in the close. I like the Ornery Goblin quite a bit. None of the other cards really interest me that much. And obviously we've kind of established at this point we will be playing Boros again. So Hellkite Whelp is going to be really good. We can throw a Maniacal Rage on that, and it also helps make it more difficult for our opponent to block our creatures, so we're going to take the Whelp. We might take the Take Heart as a combat trick. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 drops. We've got 1, 2. Yeah, it just seems like a cheap... Well, we've also got the Verdani Shieldmate, but will we end up playing that? I think with the Blade Instructors and the... Where is it? Wojek Bodyguard, it's really important to have a 2-drop. And this is probably better than the Fire Urchins. But do we just want some cheap interaction? I think we do. Let's go ahead and take that. Already have a Pack Beast. I'm not going to play the Garrison Sergeant. It's unlikely that we'll give it double strike, otherwise it's a 3 for 5, which is terrible. Sonic Assault, you know, we don't have any blue splashes that we're intending to do, so let's just take the Pack Beast. Let's get the 2/4 for 4. I think we'll play the Collar the Culprit just as a removal spell. We're not playing a 6-drop. You know, this is just a 2/1 that we'll probably not play. It doesn't matter here. Alright. So let's go ahead and take out all of the green cards, all the blue cards, all the black cards. Wow, we actually have quite a bit here. So, because we have so much, I think we can... Let's go ahead and get out the mephitic vapors. There we go. So we have 10 cards to cut. So what are the worst cards? Well, probably a Pack Beast. Probably a Ledev Guardian. Erratic Cyclops is not what we're doing. One Cosmotronic Wave is fine. We're not playing Sworn Companions at all. 2 Torch Couriers is probably too many. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got too much of that, so let's cut a Maniacal Rampage. Or, excuse me, Maniacal Rage. Let's see. Goblin Locksmith is pretty weak. In that case, we have 2 more cuts to make. One of them is going to be a land. So let's take a look here. 76% red, so we get to cut a single plains. And what else do we want? Conclave is going to remove something for us. Same scenario for Caller, but in a less powerful way. So let's look here. 16 creatures. And I guess the Piston Fist Cyclops can simply be... Let's see, Torch Courier. Now let's just cut the Torch Courier. I don't like 1/1s in this format that much, although... Let's see, we do have 1, 2, 3... I believe 4 Mentor creatures, but I'd rather put those somewhere else. Alright. So sweet, we ended up with 1, 2 rare cards. And again, Boros aggro. I mean, that's kind of my go-to. It's very easy to draft Boros aggro on Magic Arena. You know, I've heard before that the bots will actually, you know, prioritize other strategies. Whereas I will prioritize the Boros cards. I just think they're best. You know, like Swiftblade Vindicator, you get a couple mentors on that, and you're just going for it. Alright, so we're going to keep this. It's pretty slow, but it is functional. We're going to start off playing the Wojek Bodyguard. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop. That would be ideal, but if we're not, we got plays to make. We'll lead with the Mountain here. You always want to lead with the color you need the most if you're not concerned about casting your spells. Funny that we've been cutting a plains and end up with extras. Even if our opponent plays a creature, we're going to play the Wojek Bodyguard. Yeah, if we draw a haste creature, then we'll want the Wojek Bodyguard. Let's see. I'm going to choose to play the Urchin as well as the Challenger so that I can kill that Fearless Gorgon with a Direct Current. A Teamer deck. I wonder if they have... They don't have any flash creatures. It's possible they have a removal spell, or a counter spell. Ionize, wow. Alright. Well, I'm still going to attack with... Well, I don't want to attack with the Fire Urchin because it has Trample. You know, we can afford to wait. 3-color Ionize, huh? Be pretty annoying if they have several counter spells. But we also have Direct Current. Yeah, that's fine. We're not really getting anywhere with that besides preventing a little bit of damage. Ooh, I could have used the Take Heart to deal an additional 2, 3, 4 damage. That would have been really good. I'm okay with this for now, though. This Take Heart may end up functioning as a removal spell. Wow. Okay, well they just conceded. Clearly our opponent just couldn't cast the spells they needed to cast. So, I don't take pride in much, don't take much pride in those kind of victories, but a victory is still a victory. You know, and on our path to 7 wins, we'll take whatever we can get. Yeah, this seems pretty good. 2-drop with a 3-drop Mentor guy, as well as the ability to cast all the spells in our deck. Hired Poisoner. Well, you can bet that I'm probably going to Direct Current that. Thought Erasure. I don't really care. I would imagine they probably take the Fresh-Faced Recruit. Yeah, I don't really get how people play these cards. They're supposed to be disruptive, not just, oh, take your best card. You know, arguably, I think the Direct Current is the best card in our hand because it can kill multiple guys, but what do we know? Like, this doesn't do anything against our Fresh-Faced Recruit during our turn. We're certainly not blocking with it. No blocks, sir. I think we'll even just attack here. They potentially have a removal spell. They could have the 3/2 flash guy, but he's not particularly great. He is something to be mindful of, though. So that is something it could trade with a Blade Instructor, but I'm okay with that. But if all possible, we want them to not do that. Let's see, Muse Drake. What do we want to do here? We're going to get to Mentor here, which means that they're not going to be able to trade the Muse Drake, so there's no good blocks for them there. They're instead going to have to block that way. I'll get down the Fearless Halberdier here. Then next turn we can double spell if we want, and we still have 2 attackers. I would probably hold back a blocker if I were them. Trying to think of any combat tricks. That we really need to watch out for here. Well, we're going to be blocking that with the Ornery Goblin. Deafening Clarion really doesn't fit our deck all that well. You know, most of the time, it's just going to allow us to gain some life. Other times, it's just going to clear up the board when we're really behind, in which case we're probably going to lose anyway. This is going to be able to block the Darkblade Agent pretty well. There's some merit to just direct currenting them, but I might want both these cards. If they attack, I'm blocking with the Ornery Goblin. They may not be aware of his ability. Or they may just have a removal spell, which is okay too. Let's see, if we draw a land and they don't play anything else, then we can potentially kill them. I'm hoping they don't have a combat trick. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's see what else they play. Muse Drake is a good one. See, I'm not worried about using a Deafening Clarion now. Going for the chump. That's fine. We're going to get to kill one of their drakes. And hopefully hit them. Oh, yikes. Okay, now we're in trouble. I think what we want to do is just let them play some things into this Deafening Clarion that they do not know about. So what do they need green for? Yeah, we got plenty of time to wait. We really haven't drawn that many spells. Maybe our opponent will just play 2 or 3 creatures that we can kill with a Deafening Clarion. Swiftblade, Vindicator. Let's go ahead and direct current them. We have the Deafening Clarion. We may not end up using this Take Heart. We shall see. It's possible I should have saved that. But I'd rather keep their life total low. We're going to hold this land. So here they'll probably block, in which case we take heart. So we're going to get to gain potentially 7 life here. Ooh. So what they don't realize is because of that, they're actually dead. Unless they have a removal spell. In which case, why didn't they block? That seems really bad. Let's continue to hold this plains. Well, obviously they don't have a removal spell for it, otherwise they would have just killed it. Holy cow, Ritual of Soot on 1 card. And let's get rid of this land. Ooh, I like the Hellkite Whelp quite a bit. That's going to kill the Burglar Rat. Plague Crafter, come on, dude. Play your Muse Drake. It's almost like he knows I have it. Well, as far as he knows, I just have several pump spells or something like that. Combat tricks, rather. The direct current doesn't do anything against the Muse Drake. You gotta play the Muse Drake now. Ooh, maybe he'll draw another 3 or lower toughness creature that I can nail with the Deafening Clarion. I'm just going to do this now. If he has a counter spell, I'll be a little disappointed. Come on, Clarion. Does he have a way to return something to his... Yeah, he's got the counter spell. In that case, we're going to go ahead and direct current this Plague Crafter here. Let's dump this extra land. I mean, our opponent doesn't have us on a very great clock here, and we still have plenty of creatures and a sure strike. Oh, that's pretty good. Hopefully they don't have much surveilling in their future. I'm still curious what the green is for. I wonder if they have a Molder Hulk or something like that. I think I'd rather just kill this Dimir Spybug now. That's pretty bad for us. So our opponent's done a really good job of playing around our cards. Obviously this is going to do nothing. They're going to get to surveil, and next turn they get to attack us for 6. That's pretty good. So let's see what we draw. And that's game. Good game, opponent. Get that good game real quick before we peace out of here. Alright, on to the next game. So let's take another quick look here and see if there's any changes we want to make. No, I think our deck is probably fine. So 1-1. Really like to get 7 wins. If I can demonstrate my drafting prowess on YouTube or Twitch. Not only that, but you just get to play more Magic if you go 7-2. You know, obviously you get to play 9 games that way, and 7-2 is better than 6-3. Facing off against Schnee. We're gonna mulligan this hand, I believe. We have to have a Plains for it to do basically anything. And we have 7, 8 white sources in our deck. Oh, this is a lot worse. But I'm not going to go down to 5. But, you know, hey, we got direct current. Truefire Captain's really good, so... Hopefully we get to direct current a couple of things. Feels bad not to do anything in the Boros Mirror for quite a while. Although we might get lucky and that just maybe what our opponent's doing. Wow, Boros Locket. I think since we're seeing that, let's get down this Boros Challenger. At least that can attack. So they got 5 mana. What could they have? Plains would be a really nice thing to draw. Wow, Erratic Cyclops. Not quite a Plains here. No point in attacking. That's kind of scary. You know, I'm not quite sure what to expect from our opponent. If they just pass with even 1 mana, I'm really hesitant to attack here. Alright. So let's see. They get a couple guys, which is okay. Oops, what do we do here? I will not be blocking that. I'm sure they have another combat trick. Yeah, or not. I don't think our opponent has anything that will untap their guys. Sure strike here would be pretty bad. Well, it wouldn't, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad. They'd gain some life and they could trade off with a Wojek bodyguard, but I'd still have my 3/4 and then play my True Fire Captain. I mean, my goal is probably going to be to tap that erratic Cyclops and continue to attack. I mean, if they're choosing to play, you know, obviously we ended up drafting an erratic Cyclops, and you don't see that anywhere in our list. So what do they have? They don't have instant speed, Deafening Clarion. Ooh, Deafening Clarion could really mess us up here. But, you know, I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't play around rares in draft. Yeah, Deafening Clarion would suck big time. I think I'd like to mentor onto the Boros Challenger to make it a 4/5. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I think I'd rather just attack with everything. A land would be very, very good. Ooh, Swiftblade Vindicator. So I could mentor onto that potentially 3 times. I want the Challenger. It's much better than the Wojek Bodyguard. So next turn I could take Heart, the True Fire Captain, if I draw a Plains, which would allow me 1, 2, 3 mentors onto a Swiftblade Vindicator. In which case I would have a 4/4 Double Strike Vigilance Trample. That seems really good. Is it worth it to take Heart here? Because then I could direct current that, but if he has anything to mess with that, that's kind of crappy for me. I think I'm happy just to... Oh, you know what I should have done is played the... I guess if he has anything before damage, the take Heart will be effective. Now I'm definitely going to take Heart, the True Fire Captain. Yeah, now I'm going to deal some damage to you. Let's go ahead and damage you some more. Now we're definitely going to direct current that Cyclops and get that out of my way. That felt really good. Having that stupid Cyclops out of the way. Wish I could have played the Swiftblade Vindicator, but I think that this play is better. We just want to... I mean, that erratic Cyclops can do a lot of damage. You know, even as a 0/8, block us quite a bit. Wow. All right. And here we are going to Pack Beast your Ladev Guardian. Attack you all the way down to 7. And as it stands, you're dead on board. Yep, there we go. Cool. So let's go ahead and check out our reward here. Hazda Marshal. Woohoo. So we're 2-1. On to our 4th game. Come on, opponent. We need somebody to play against. See, in the meantime, while we're here, you know, go ahead and throw in the comments or even in the chat. Do you prefer to see the modern videos, the Magic Arena videos, you know, whether that be standard or draft? It seems like my modern videos perform much better than these videos do. We got 2 removal spells. This one, not a great removal spell. Got a creature, we've got a Sure Strike, Maniacal Rage, so if we can get a Maniacal Rage on this fresh-faced recruit, that'd be pretty good. I like fresh-faced recruit against the Goblin Electromancer. Let's see what our opponent comes up with here. We'll play the Maniacal Rage. If we lose the fresh-faced recruit, oh well. Mountain's a decent draw. I would like to draw some more creatures, though. If they want to chump... Okay. I imagine they probably block here. In which case I'll probably take heart. Just as a... I mean, basically it does the same thing as shock here. And we get to gain a life. Alright. That's fine then. Maybe our opponent will play something that we're happy to Conclave Tribunal away. You know what? I'm okay to Conclave Tribunal away the Capture Sphere. Although that's extremely slow, but I don't really know what else we're going to do. You know what, let's go ahead and Conclave Tribunal away the Capture Sphere. Not the best, but, you know, we kind of really need this creature that we have. Our opponent being able to surveil every turn is pretty frustrating. But, you know, until we get a direct current, not much we can do about that. At least we have another creature now. You know, we'll be able to catch up on damage. Oops. You can always hit Control-Z if you want to untap your lands, especially if you notice that you're in damage. You want to make sure that you don't accidentally tap your lands and then skip through. So, obviously, mana empties as phases change. Sure Strike and Take Heart will be really good against the Whisper Agent. I'll probably Take Heart against... as a defensive maneuver here with the Fire Urchin. Just seems like one of the few opportunities we're going to have to trade off here. We can always sure strike if they have something else. Let's go ahead and block your Whisper Agent with our Fire Urchin here. Hopefully that'll be just a straight up removal spell for our opponent's creature. It's pretty good. Now we really get to catch up on our damage. Ooh, I'm going to direct current this immediately. One, it's going to pump our guy. Next, it's going to make our blocks, or excuse me, our attacks good. And then next turn we can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I think we've got it here. Yep, I believe we have got it. Because we're going to direct current and then sure strike. Let's not accidentally get rid of our sure strike because we actually need that to win. Put it on the guy with trample. There we go. Attack you for 10. Sweet. So we're going to advance to 3-1. Hopefully we can go 7-1. So let's get right back into it and see how well we can do. I think my opponent got a little too aggressive with the Night Veil Sprite, especially on that last turn. Because if we had, you know, even a few things, they were pretty much dead. Yeah, this hand seems pretty good. Actually, it's not that great, but the Piston Fist Cyclops can help us on the defensive. No Healer's Hawk. God, they always have it. At least this way if they try to block with the Healer's Hawk, which I seriously doubt they would. Ooh, Maniacal Rage. That's really bad. I think we're going to Deafening Clarion here just because we really need to. We're going to attack first, of course. Hopefully that set them back quite a bit. That's not great. I think we're going to Cosmotronic Wave away their guys. That way they don't have an opportunity to do any kind of mentor shenanigans. I think I want the Piston Fist Cyclops. That way if I end up direct currenting, I can attack for quite a bit. In fact, I'd be really excited if they played some... Oh my god, come on. Well, now we really want Conclave Tribunal. Land instead, okay. That sucks. Wish we had Aurelia in our deck. But, you know, that's kind of why I chose to use the Cosmotronic Wave to sweep up those Sworn Companions. Holy crap, dude. So now we're going to be attacking with this Blade Instructor, without a doubt. Let's see, we're not going to play the Fresh Face Recruit. We're going to lose the Blade Instructor, the Hellkite Whelp. Yikes. Well, our opponent's deck seems like a Boros deck that's pretty good against Boros decks. Yeah, we're super dead here. Conclave Tribunal is just about the only thing I can think of that would help us even mildly. I mean, if I draw a land, I'm probably going to... Yeah. If we draw a land, then I'll probably double direct current the Hellkite Whelp. But even so, if they even have 1 damage... Yeah, we're super dead. Yeah, we're dead. They have enough flying power that we can't stop. So they got us pretty good there. Aurelia is a very powerful card indeed. Okay, so we're 3-2, so hopefully we can do better than 3-3. You know, hopefully we get our 4 wins in a row to take it to the old 7-2. Bad luck. Okay. We have no creatures, so I'm going to mulligan. Although we do have Deafening Clarion. We'll keep it. We can cast all of our spells. We can play red-white control for a couple of turns. Not happy about it, but, you know, maybe we can kill 2 or 3 things with Deafening Clarion. Ooh, Crawl Harpooner. Happy to kill that with either Direct Current or Deafening Clarion. We'll Direct Current this, most likely. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the Fire Urchin, then we can always Direct Current or Collar or Conclave Tribunal next turn. Ooh, Circuitous Route. So they're probably going to have something really big to play. In which case, we're definitely going to Direct Current the Crawl Harpooner. Really happy to have this Collar the Culprit and Conclave Tribunal at this point. I'm going to Direct Current now. We don't know what they're playing. And I'd rather stem the bleeding a little bit. If we don't draw anything, then we can always instant speed. Collar the Culprit. You know, we'll probably play it main phase. Let's see. So what do we want to do? I think we'll just Maniacal Rage. So we're ahead on cards, ahead on the board, behind on lands. I think we're going to Deafening Clarion here. May as well use it now to kill 2 of their guys, especially a Death Touch creature. Let's get down this Halberdier. May as well. Let's go ahead and Conclave Tribunal. Let's tap him. May as well leave the 1 mana open. I'm okay leaving the Fire Urchin for now. Nullhide Ferox. Okay. So we need to draw 2 lands. Then we can get rid of their Nullhide Ferox. Oh man. What do they got to play that they're willing to spend their 2 mana? Alright. I think here we're going to go ahead and play out both creatures. As long as they're on the defensive. You know, at some point we're going to be able to use this Collar the Culprit, and at that point we'll be able to hit them for lots of damage. You know, what we really should be doing is... oh, what does he have? Ritual of Soot? Dawn of Hope. Alright. I'm going to hold up the Collar the Culprit this time. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to hope that he activates. I mean, in the meantime, this Dawn of Hope is going to be very irritating. Maybe he'll draw some meaningless non-creature spell. Come on, opponent, what you got? You know, that seems pretty good. So... oh, give it to the lifelink guy, okay. No blocks. They're going to get to draw a card. You know, but I'm not willing to trade off any resources for, you know, for free, essentially. We really need to draw some lands. Come on. That's super irritating. So what do we want to do? Probably just throw down some more guys. You know, if our opponent ends up playing something like a Ritual of Soot, then we're just done for. But, you know, until we can actually use this Collar the Culprit on that Ferox and we have an answer to the Vigor Spore Worm, not really going anywhere. Yep, they just want to draw their card. Maybe they'll draw... well, I don't know. But we've got to draw some lands at some point here. I mean, we're halfway through our deck. There we go. Let's see. What do we want to do? Probably stay patient. Yeah, I'd really like to get rid of these. All right. Let's see if our opponent attacks here. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. Let's see, maybe we use the Collar the Culprit on this instead. I mean, we really don't have a good opportunity to get rid of the Nullhide Ferox. Come on, give us a land. I feel like we would have just wasted our turn, but we kind of committed to that. Yeah, let's just play this Collar the Culprit now. Okay, happy to be rid of that thing for now. Still not going to attack. I think we were counting on this Pack Beast here. Bless you. Having all these Dawn of Hope tokens is annoying, but we do still have Cosmotronic Wave in our deck. Let's see, we'll block this with the Goblin. And we'll go ahead and double direct current this Vigor Spore Worm. Dump this mountain. It's too bad this Fire Urchin has the Luminous Bonds on it. Wow, dude. It's a lot of tokens. They're going to be really upset when we Cosmotronic away all of them. What do they have? Make sure if they have a +1/+1 effect that they don't just outright kill us. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triggers. Looks like they can pay for all of them, so they get to refill their entire hand, which is good for them. Okay. What else do they have? Yep, so Vraska's pretty good.
I won't forgive this.
Let's see what else we can come up with. I think I'll play the True Fire Captain. I seriously doubt we're going to be able to come back from this, but, you know, why not try? Here we'll block the 2/2. Just deals more damage to them, prevents more damage to us. If they have any kind of, you know, +1 to all creatures effect, then we're dead. Yep, that's good enough for me. Good game, opponent. So it's possible that not blocking the Vigor Spore Worm early enough contributed to that. However, you know, we died at -7, so that one attack didn't seem to make too much difference. Let's claim this prize. Alrighty. So that's going to conclude the second draft for the night of Guilds of Ravnica ranked on Magic Arena. You know, another Boros game here. I thought her deck was okay. You know, the first one was probably significantly better. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. So again, this has been Luke's MTG. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned. I'm probably going to be doing a third draft for tonight. If you're on YouTube, stay tuned for the next video. We'll be right back.